Every thought deserves its moment. This is Overthinking Out Loud. Grab a drink, lean in, and let's overthink it together. Out loud.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Overthinking Out Loud. I'm Jamie.
I'm Jess.
And we have kind of a fun topic today. We are talking a little bit about finances and girl math.
Ooh,
Yes. I think everyone has heard of girl math at this point. Anyone on TikTok at least has heard of girl math because there was like a big trend with it. And it was just a bunch of videos of girls like justifying their purchases.
Which I do daily.
Oh, yeah. I was literally just justifying a purchase this morning. So still haven't done it. It's in my cart. But maybe after this, I'll talk some sense into myself.
Yeah, exactly. But like, maybe we find some really good justifications for your purchase today.
Yeah, actually, that's probably what's going to happen is after I'm going to be like, yes, this makes sense.
Yes, I'm going to spend this money.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what girl math is, so like I said, it kind of started as a TikTok trend. It's where individuals, often young women, but whatever, I think it's all women, use creative and sometimes illogical financial reasoning to justify purchases or spending habits, often presented in a lighthearted and humorous way. The illogical part, I can definitely, I can relate to. I have been illogical about a lot of purchases before. Usually because I'm like convinced I'm saving money in some way.
Yes.
But yeah, so like, I think what we want to do is kind of go through some examples of what girl math is. Like,
yeah, there's like one that pops up in my mind, and I honestly didn't even realize. And this was 7 years ago when I met my husband. Okay, and we would go to the store together. We go to like Home Goods and whatever, and mainly Home Goods. Home Goods was like our place to go, or like TJ Maxx or whatever. Yes, we shop at those stores, and yes, I love them. Don't at me. But it was so funny because like I didn't even know I was doing it. I would literally like pick up a shirt or like pick up something like a decor item, and I was like, oh, like $10.99. It's only $10. So I'd be like, it's only $10, and he's like, it's $11. And I'm like, no,
plus tax.
I was like, no, it's not. It's $10. It's $10.99. If whatever is the number before the period is what it's costing.
Oh, so you round down.
I round down. Yeah. And he was like, that's insane. He literally was like, I don't understand. I'm like, that's just how it is. That's how I do it.
That's so funny because I round up.
Oh, okay.
I round up because I'm like, okay, like let's say it's $17. I round up like 20 because if I can justify spending $20, then it's totally fine.
Right.
Like I can get this shirt. But I also grew up with, like my mom grew up very poor. And so like in our family as a kid, like everything was pretty much anything we bought was like on sale. It was like on the clearance rack. And, my mom kind of had a habit of like just buying us stuff just because it was on clearance and like things like I already had. And it like on the one hand, she taught me how to like bargain, how to be like smarter about how much money you're willing to spend on something. And like, I'm grateful for that. But on the other hand, it's like to this day, she will buy me stuff just because it's on clearance. And she'll justify it by saying like, but it was on sale.
It was on sale. Like,
so I had to get it.
Right.
Like, okay, Mom, I have 3, this is not a joke. I have 3 pairs of maroon dress pants and she's bought me all 3 pairs.
Oh my God. But it was only $5. It was clearance at Target.
Well, yeah, that's how she justifies it. She's like, no, but it was on sale. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I feel like that's like one part of, the problem, I guess, for some people is like, oh, well, it was a good deal. Right. So clearly I needed it. And like,
I mean, or I would buy it and what if it's not on sale again? So I have to take advantage of right now, right in this moment. Yeah.
Or like at the end of a season when they're like cleaning stuff out of the store or whatever, you're like, well, like I might not need this now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need it next like winter or whatever.
Oh, like that reminds me, my mom at what was it? the day after Christmas, we would go to Target. Like the first thing, and that's when all the Christmas stuff is on sale. And obviously, I would say 90% of the people there were women. And I was like, I think, I didn't know it then, but now that we're talking about it, I'm like, this was Girl Math Central here.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, I probably don't need more wrapping paper. Like, I'm sure that my box is full, but I'm not going to, if I do need wrapping paper in the middle of the season next year because I run out because I need whatever, then I'm going to be pissed because I'm buying it full price.
Yeah.
So it's just like the stocking up of the items and the multiple items of things that you already know you have.
Yeah. It's like but I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing.
No. Yeah.
I think it can be smart in a lot of ways. And then in other ways, it's like, okay, like, that's your 5th like wrapping paper you've purchased. I don't think you need any more than that. Like,
yeah, like I don't know if we need to get 10 rolls of wrapping paper, but maybe like 3 to get us through the next year. Like I can get behind that. But
you know, it's a problem when you actually don't know what you have at home.
That's
and you're
true.
like, I'm just gonna buy this just in case.
And you're like, oh, I have 5 of those.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I have 5 of those. Okay, well, that was smart. No, I have like been a victim of girl math pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, I am not the smartest with my finances. I will be the first to admit it. I have spent money on some stupid things over the years. And I justify it because I'm like, a lot of it is like I'll spend a lot of money on experiences, like going to do something or traveling somewhere. And I'm like, oh, like it's fine. Like deep down, I know I probably shouldn't spend the money, but I'm like, oh, well, you know, if I pay this much money, I have this like experience I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And so like that's part of the issue with me. And then also the fact that I like justify really weird purchases in general because I think that I'm saving money in some way. Like I'm not joking this morning. I was online shopping and I need a new wool coat. And like a new like trench coat type thing. Yeah. And I was like, okay, like I think I want to get like a higher quality one because the one that I got is garbagey. I got it on sale.
Your mom actually bought it.
I got it on sale off season and it's just like falling apart. So
yeah, it's time.
I've been like, I've had my eye on this one coat online. And then this morning I got this freaking email from the retailer saying like, oh, we have a sale today. And it's literally only like $20 off.
Okay.
Which I'm like, it's really not that much.
Maybe your shipping is covered or something.
Well, see, that's the thing. I was like, okay, but that takes care of shipping.
Yeah.
It does take care of shipping.
It does.
I won't have to pay for that. And so I've like, it's literally sitting in my cart right now. I'm like, okay, am I going to get it? And then I was like, well, I also do this thing where I'll be like, okay, this is, you know, under $50. So I will like purchase additional items I don't need just to get free shipping when I hit $50. The free shipping thing, I don't know what it is about that where I'm like, no, I must reach the minimum for free shipping.
Yeah, well, it's also because you want to spend on things that you're gonna receive, right? Like you're not spending money on shipping is just annoying. Like I would rather buy more shit and get more shit than spend it on something that just disappears.
Yeah. Like, okay, if I'm going to buy a sweater for $35 and you're telling me that shipping is $10.
No.
Okay, so that brings me up to $45
for a sweater.
But if I spend $50 and I get free shipping, I'm technically only spending $5 more than what I originally would have spent and I get additional clothing.
Which I think that's logical, no?
I think it's logical.
I think so too.
Other people don't.
Yeah, I guess other people could say, oh, well, if you're not willing to spend for the shipping, then, like, you shouldn't be spending at all. Yeah. Like, well, that's the thing, though, is, like, I want to get the best bang for the shipping buck, okay? And if that means that I have to find a couple other items, I'm going to find a couple other items. I may hate them, but that's okay. That's all right. I return it and I do it all over again.
Yeah. Do you ever do that thing where, like, if you return an item, you're like, oh, that's that's like new money to me.
Oh,
like the money I
100%.
get back is new money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I actually just put in an online order. It was like $300. Okay. But I got a lot of stuff.
Ooh, okay.
I know. And I got a lot of stuff. I got the stuff. I tried them on. I didn't like some things. And then so I got like $150, half off return. And I was like, I'm rich, baby.
Like, $150 I can spend on something else.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm like, see, back in the bank.
Yeah.
Back in the bank. And so then I'm just like, cool, okay, I can spend $150 again because I already spent it.
Yeah.
So it's like, the money has been spent.
Yeah, like I already agreed with myself that I was going to spend this money. So, you know, if I get back like the $150, I can just do whatever I want with it. This is like an extra paycheck for me. I do that a lot. I also will like opt for store credit.
Oh,
Because I'm like, well, it's just free money to go. This is a shopping spree for me. Like I will actually opt for the store credit so that the next time I go online shopping, I feel like I have a gift card, even though it was like literally already my money I spent.
Well, I mean, again, but you're like, I know I'm going to come back here and spend more money. I know that. So like, why not just do the store credit? Because I already know I'm going to spend money here again.
Yeah.
So like, we're good. Like the money
it's
has been
smart.
allocated.
I'm setting myself up for success next time.
Exactly.
I do that so much. Oh man, I'd written down a couple like examples of some of the really funny girl maths I've seen. So, like when something is on sale and you're like, oh, I basically like made money off of it.
Well, yeah, because you're like, okay, so it was originally this. Oh, I literally went to Target. I was in Detroit. I went to Target. I saw these black slacks and they were on clearance. Actually, I was elated. I can't wait to tell the story. Okay, so I literally, I go there. I look at the pants. They were originally like $40 on sale for $22. And I was like, and it was like a new day, you know, like that brain. So I was like, okay, so it's like nice. It felt nice. I was like, I'm stoked. $22? Hell yeah, let's go. Get to the register. End up being $9. So like the tag was wrong. So it wasn't $22. It was $9.
No way.
I know. And that never happens. And I was like, I just made an additional, like, what's the math on that?
$13.
$13. And I'm like, hell yeah. So then I got myself a little snack. I got myself a snack.
Yep.
I got myself this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, look at me.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, look at me. I got extra shit.
Yeah, because in your mind, you were going to spend that $22 regardless. So now you have left over.
Exactly.
I do a lot of the, like when you see like the buy one, get one, like $1 off or something, like it's literally $1. But to me, that's a big deal. Or like they'll say when they do the whole, like, oh, it's an $11 shirt, but you can get two for 20 or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
And
$2.
$2
So you're literally like saving only $2. And I also do that all the time.
Well, yeah. I'm like, well, what's the point? Why would I pay more for the same item? Because essentially you're like, okay, well, I'm paying more money for one item when I could get two for lesser price.
Yeah.
Okay.
But some of these people are smart. Like if you really look, like I go to the grocery store and see all the time something, it's like $1.50 and then it just says like 2 for $3 over. I'm like, well, there's no sale though. But it's like I feel like it's a psychological thing. People see the 2 for $3 and they immediately assume that they're somehow saving money.
Right.
And so I feel like a lot of what's the word? Like companies have taken advantage of that.
Yeah.
And
Well, they don't
because
read
they
the
know,
fine print.
well, yeah, because they know that we're not going to do that.
No.
Like, 2 for $3, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're not going to read the fine print of like, oh, well, like the 2 for $3 actually, you could still use the same coupon code and it's the exact same price and you just buy one. You know what I mean? You can use the coupon code for 1, you can use the coupon code for 3. Like it doesn't matter, you know?
yeah. I also do weird things like I will buy something that is like final sale and you can't return it. And I'll justify it and just be like, well, you know, like if it doesn't look good in the house or if it's like a clothing thing and it doesn't look good on me, like I'll just give it to this person. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like no big deal. instead of just not getting it.
Yeah. Like, I do that a lot too, because I shop for like thrift stores and like Last Chance and a lot of those things. And I'm like, I like put it on and I'm like, I low key like it, but I'm like, do I like it because because it's cheap, or do I like it because I like it? And 9 times out of 10, I buy it anyway.
Do I like it because it's cheap? That is,
I like it, and most of the time I like it because it's cheap.
yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm. It's really unfortunate. There's so many things in my closet right now. I'm just like, oh my God.
It's also amazing how ugly something can suddenly look when it's just not in your price range. You're like, you know what? This isn't even cute.
I've had that experience too. Oh my gosh.
Like you're buying something and you get to the register and it's actually not on sale and you're like, it's not that cute.
Yeah. No, I'm good. You can put that back.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I've been so embarrassed too, like when they ring it up, and I was like, I'm sorry, how much is that actually? And they're like, it's this. And I'm like, wasn't it on sale? I feel like such a Karen. But also it was in the section and yada yada. So I feel so gross asking.
Yeah, you're like, actually, I think it was this price. It's like, no, like, and then you have to say, actually, I don't need that anymore. Can you like take that off?
Yeah, or like, oh, I actually saw another one with the same tag. Let me go let me go back to the aisle and find it.
Yeah.
Because you picked the one without the tag on accident.
Yeah.
You know? And you're like so embarrassing. And the line is like 25 people deep, and you're just like, I am this person. I am.
Oh my, the anxiety
Ooh.
of like sitting there and having to wait for them to figure out what the
price is?
actual like sale price was.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
That has happened to me before. Or like I said, my mom, big bargainer, like she will fight to the death at that register. She'll be like, no, that's not it. She's like, I'll wait.
She's like, I'm fine with sitting in the awkward.
Yeah.
No phasing.
Bold woman, not phased. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God. This is my worst nightmare.
That's actually, it brings up like a old memory for me. There was, we used to go to JCPenney all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
All the time. And but the thing is like, I think my mom learned that you can do this, but I always like, it always made me feel like a certain type of way, but like she always got the coupon. So I was like, damn, okay. She'd go to the counter and she'd be like, are there any coupons I can take advantage of? Any discounts I can take advantage of? Mm-hmm. And they would.
They just give her coupons?
They'd literally give her coupons. Like, they'd be like, yeah, I think so. They pull out their little drawer and scan the thing. 30% off, 40% off.
Dang, that's smart. That is smart.
It's smart. And then I used to do it sometimes, and they're like, no.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like, what do you mean take advantage of?
You're like, in the little coupon drawer?
Yeah. I know there's coupons in that drawer.
Wait, you just take a little peek.
Unlock it for me.
Oh man, I don't know what it is about like coupons. I can't do it. I can't. Like I can do, I've done like digital coupons or like online, but for some reason the idea of like giving someone a physical coupon to save like 30 cents on like a can of beans, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I used to sit and like help my mom cut out coupons.
Yep.
Cut out coupons, and then she had her little organizing thing. What is it? I forgot what it's called. The little organizer.
Yeah.
And like it was categorized by like what type of coupon it was. Like, is it for toiletries? Is it for clothes? Is it for like? And then at the store, she'd be like, "Hey, check to see if I have a coupon for this thing." And I'd go through, and then she would like take like 15 coupons to the register. And the thing was, though, she saved so much money.
That's the thing. It works.
But there's something about it for me. I'm like, I can't do it.
I can't do it. Like, also, it's so bizarre because, like, at CVS, I know it's like a running joke of like how long the receipts are.
Yeah.
Because they have a shit ton of coupons that when you print it out, you always get a coupon. Like, regardless. If you print out the receipt.
I've ever even looked at the receipt for the coupons.
Oh, I mean, sometimes they're legit. Like, they give you just $5 on off your next thing.
Oh, dang.
However, you have to physically bring it. Like, it doesn't go to your online account. You literally have to physically bring it, and the coupons are like, you have to use them within the next like 15-20 days. But you have to find the receipt, and you have to remember to bring it, and then remember to like scan it. And if you go to like the self-serve kiosk or whatever and you scan it, you have to literally cut it out and slip it in their little like slot. You'll scan it again, like you'll scan it and then it scans it again when you go into the slot. And I was like, this is I get that it's $5 off, but like, this is a lot of work.
That's also like, you mentioned something that is totally like a way to take advantage of women and their inability to spend money effectively.
Efficiently.
Not all women. Okay. Yeah. Just me. But you said like that they have a time limit on it.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, every time you make a purchase online or in a store, they do that thing where they're like, oh, spend like additional money with us in the next 30 days and you'll get like $10 off. Victoria's Secret does that to me every time. I make a purchase and they're like, oh, would you like to come back in the next 10 days and save even more money? I'm like, don't do this to me.
I literally already spent fucking $10 a pair of underwear with you. Like, chill out.
Yeah, but that's how they get you. They're like, try to reel you back in. They're like, no, like, buy more.
Buy,
like,
please.
Ooh, maybe I can buy that like one sports bra I took out of my cart because I was like, oh, I'm spending too much money.
There's like another thing too that I was thinking of like your credit card points and stuff. Like, I literally get emails from like all of my credit card companies that are like,
yep,
check your offers today, get 3% like bonus points when you spend money at Sephora and yada yada. And like, I recently got Capital One, and they have like this whole like online shopping like algorithm thing, and it's like you can search for it and it'll immediately put like coupons in it. But I'm just like, why would Capital One be like the only person that has this algorithm? I was like, seems a little sus, you know?
Wait, what do you mean by that though?
Like, you download this app, and then the app basically tracks all of the like online buying that you do. So basically it just tracks all of your data.
Yeah.
And then if you go to a store and you're like trying to buy something, it'll say, oh, here's a coupon for this store. Like the app will pop up, and then you can add the coupon.
Wait, so it also tracks your location to know that you're at the store?
Only online.
Oh, only online.
It's like,
oh, so it's like that, kind of like that Honey thing. Did you ever use Honey?
something like exactly.
But it's like connected to your credit card.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Also, yeah, they're definitely tracking a lot of information.
Yeah, I deleted it. It made me nervous.
But like dangerous also in that like, oh, another coupon. Like,
yeah, ooh,
I'm going to save 5%.
And a lot of it is the same thing. It's like, oh, like, but spend $5 more, or like spend $15 more and get free shipping. That's what the coupon says. And I'm like, it's just, they're out to get me.
Yeah. Targeting you.
They're targeting me. They're out to get me.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a couple examples that I also have on here.
Okay.
That actually I think you put these in here. Like time versus money justifications, which there are times where I feel like people say certain examples are girl math, but it's also like, is it though?
Is it?
Like spending extra money to take an Uber or a Lyft instead of doing public transport. Okay, so like I feel like you can justify that by saying, okay, public transport isn't necessarily always safe for like a person, like a woman to take by herself or whatever. Like it's up to your comfort level. And so they were saying like girl math is, you know, deciding like, oh, I'm going to spend $30 on an Uber instead of like $5 on public transport. And I don't know. I'm like, is that girl math though? Like,
that gives me an eye roll.
Yeah, I don't think it's, I don't know. To me, I'm like, okay, well, you're justifying like your safety or your like comfort level. Maybe you have a bunch of stuff with you. Like, I don't necessarily think that that's like,
yeah, if I have the time, if I have the means and I feel safe, yeah, I would take public transportation. But if I don't, or I don't have the time and it's more convenient for me, then I will. Like today, I went to the WeWork this morning just because I had to focus and like do things, and my dogs are driving me nuts per usual.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting at 9 and I forgot my computer charger. So I was like, shoot, I'm not going to go all the way back home. So I went to the Target, bought a new computer charger, and then I was going to be late. If I parked where they want me to park, I was going to be late.
Yeah.
And so then I did valet, and I paid the guy $5 for valet, but would have been free if I walked 5 minutes. But also I didn't have 5 minutes to spare. I didn't have 5 minutes. So time is money, baby.
That's the thing. Time is money. And I firmly believe that like if I can save time, I like it's absolutely justified to spend more money.
Yeah.
I have mentioned before, I don't really like cooking. I will cook for myself, but like, for instance, you know, we're having people over. Of course, yeah, maybe it would save me money to cook stuff at home.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to spend hours in the kitchen trying to make food for a bunch of people. Like, I'm just going to go buy it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to spend the money, get it done. Like, I don't want to,
Right.
I don't want to like waste my time, you know?
Exactly.
Because my time is valuable. And I think that that is like, a really good justification. Like one of them here says that you had put is like buying takeout 3 times a week is fine because cooking would cost me more in time and mental energy.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I mean, depending on your lifestyle and what you're doing all the time, that's absolutely true. Like, especially if you don't have like a roommate or a partner or someone like living with you that can cook for you, you know, or whatever.
Share
where you
in
could,
those
like, share
costs.
and share the costs.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I'm all about convenience. I will buy the pre-made bagged salad.
Yes.
Over, you know, a bunch of romaine that I have to chop up and like put my own dressing and toppings on.
No, I won't do it. Well, also, okay, then I'm thinking here. I'm like, okay, so yeah, okay, the romaine is this much, and then I gotta buy the carrots. Then I gotta go buy the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Then I gotta go buy the cucumbers. Then I gotta go buy the dressing, which is like $6 now, by the way, if you don't want Hidden Valley Ranch. And like, which, no hate to Hidden Valley, I fucking love it. So I'm just saying, like, if you get like the Briannas, that's like $6 a jar, like now $6. And then I had to go to the store, or I had to pay for delivery to get to my house. And then it's like the salad goes bad, so I can't eat all the salad in one sitting. I would need like to eat salad 3 days in a row for it to be justified on the cost. Like, that's what I'm thinking. So, or I just buy the bags, it's done. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
See?
It's
simple.
It is simple.
It's worth the extra money.
It is. It is worth it. And I understand, eating at home saves more money. I get that.
Yeah. But there's also like one of the things that people debate is like the fine line between like, is this justified, or are you just like sabotaging yourself financially over and over and over again? And that's why you're like not in a good financial spot.
Yeah, like if you continue to be like prioritize your convenience over everything, and you're just like continuously going into credit card debt, yeah, maybe a little bit of a wake up call. But it's like you have to also like paying for convenience is great, but it also shouldn't, like, I guess it shouldn't be the norm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's, you have to pick and choose when you want to do it. And it's like, it's not like I'm going to treat myself every day, but at the same time, it's like, you could also probably find ways that are like cheaper to treat yourself. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, there are other things that you can do. Absolutely. And like, I think I've always been really bad about like not necessarily saving money, but you know how they do those things where they like little programs where you're like, okay, every week you're gonna put away like $50 or whatever.
Yeah.
And to me, in my mind, in my girl math mind, I'm like, $50, what's that gonna do? But like, obviously over time, the idea is that it like adds up or whatever, and then you can like use it to spend on the things that you want to spend.
Yeah.
And I have yet to do that because I'm just like, $50, what's that gonna do for me?
Well, yeah, it's also like I need it now though.
Yeah, I need it now.
Right, I need it now. And it's like, I will spend the money when I need to spend the money later.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do those programs. Like, put $2 in a jar every day.
Yeah.
I'm like,
or like that old school, and I forgot what it was called, where you like basically every time you get your paycheck, you like you pull it all out in cash, and then you have like little envelopes for like each category of where you can spend your money and stuff.
oh, and then you only use that money to
stresses me out. I'm like, I would rather just, you know, like drop some money one month and then like not spend any money like the next month on that
Exactly.
thing. Like that's just how I am about it. I'm like, okay, I just bought some new clothes, spent like some extra money this month, so I need to like cool it. I can't be purchasing a bunch of clothes for myself like next month. And that's just how we do it.
Exactly.
And maybe it's not the smartest thing and it's not very precise, but it works for me.
yeah, like I'm still paying off my credit card every month. Like we're still doing this thing. But at the same time, it's like, I can't be that rigid in it. I can't. It actually is more stressful to be that rigid.
Yeah.
Super stressful. And like holding myself to a standard that I know I can't achieve is really stressful too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you mean like holding yourself to a standard of like, oh, I'm only going to, like, basically putting a bunch of like rules around how much money you can spend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, maybe I just have like an innate like, oh, I spent a lot of money last month. Kind of like you were saying, I just have like this feeling of like, oh, I spent a lot. I'm just going to be a hermit next month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And ebbs and flows. Like we ebb and we flow.
We ebb and we flow. Yeah.
Yes.
That's just how I work too.
Yeah.
So there's also like reverse girl math.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I'm like, my phone is going off. Hold on.
I think there's also like a moment where you can like the number of uses you get out of something. Like if you spend a lot of money on like a nice pair of shoes, but you wear them to death, and then you're like, well, actually, they're 50 cents a wear. So like I wore my shoe like if like $20 shoes, or I mean those are cheap shoes, but if they're like nicer shoes, and you wear them 20 times, it's technically only $1 per wear.
Oh.
And the more you wear something and the more you use something, the cheaper it is.
I've never thought about it that way, actually.
Yeah. I love it. Like we bought this super expensive coffee maker thing. I think it was like it was expensive. It was an investment in our coffee future. It was like $800.
Yeah.
But it's legit.
Yeah.
And I do not spend any money outside for coffee.
Oh, because you're like, okay, I spent the money on this.
Yeah.
This is my coffee machine. This is my coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I can't do that. I wish I could. I'm the kind of person who'd buy a really nice coffee machine. Like I've done that too. I've tried to save money on like going out to coffee shops because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get the fancy syrups, and like I'm gonna get the like foaming, the little
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called. No idea.
But like I've gotten all the little like bells and whistles to make like super yummy lattes at home, and then I'm just like, it's not the same.
See, that's but that's the thing. That's your thing, right? Like, I love going to coffee shops. Like, I like going to local coffee shops and like investing in that small business. And it's better than what I could make it. And like, I'm okay with like espresso and throwing some like coffee creamer in there and calling it a day.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I know that like I'm getting good coffee. I'm not using like Folgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm actually getting espresso. I'm like, okay, we're paying for that. It's nice. It cleans well, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like to me, like my thing would be like, it's not the same. It would be like, it's like, I think it's literally like food, like random like food items. Like it's not the same. Like,
okay,
like
I need an
making
example.
pasta at home, not the same as eating out. Like,
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
I just feel like, I mean, if I make, not if Chris makes food. If Chris makes food, I feel like I'm at a restaurant. If I make my own food, I know that I'm setting myself up for disappointment. Straight up. I'm just like, I know this is going to be trash. Mm-hmm. And that's okay because last month I spent a shit ton of money. So now I'm going to just chill out and eat my own gross food.
Yeah. Eat my food that's like not even really homemade. It's like partially already made and I just heated it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Some TV dinners.
Yeah. Well, okay, so some of the boy math examples is like one of them says boy math is having $5 in their bank account but spending $500 on bottle service. And I was like, I don't know if that's boy math. That's just like financial irresponsibility.
That seems like YOLO math.
Yeah, that's just like whatever math.
That's like I know I'm putting myself in the worst situation possible because fuck it. Mm-hmm. You know? Basically, yeah, it's YOLO. That's what I would say. Like if you put in $500, you only got $5 in your bank account on that credit card. That is a YOLO.
That is a YOLO move.
YOLO move. YOLO math. I think I just coined it.
YOLO math. Yeah. One of them is refusing to buy a $15 moisturizer but dropping $1,500 on car modifications or shoes.
Ooh.
Collectible shoes.
Like sneakers. Ooh. See, that's the thing though, right? Yes, I've seen this so often where they're like, it's like, well, why can't you just get like Head and Shoulders? Like, why you gotta buy
like 5-in-1?
Yeah. Like I've seen so many people question like hair products before, and they're like, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna wash my hair with Head and Shoulders. Like I'm not doing a 2-for-1 with this. I paid too much money to get my hair looking like this for me to pay that. But they will. The boy maths of the world will, and they'll be like, well, I can't just put a OEM, like a non-OEM thing on my car because the guys are gonna know.
The guys can tell.
The guys can tell it's not the same. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but again, like I don't view it the same either. Like why would
that's the thing. I think it's just like,
what's your thing?
What is your thing? What is your thing? Because for me, I'm like, I could never justify spending a bunch of money on shoes that I literally just like put on display and never wear. Like that is crazy to me. That is insane. Like to someone else, they'd be like, absolutely. Like these are collectibles and like they're super important. There's like they're limited edition, like all this stuff. And so it's like justified. Like how they'll spend their money. Or like the whole $15 moisturizer. They're like, it's like, okay, well, you don't prioritize your skincare, but you prioritize your car.
Exactly.
So like, is it like boy math and girl math? Well, I think it's just like, what, a little bit more of like, well, what's important to you?
Exactly. And I think that's such an interesting question too, especially like in relationships. I was actually just thinking about like, I finished Love is Blind yesterday.
I still haven't watched that show.
Okay. Well, spoiler alerts. Well, I don't have to spoil it. I can just talk generally. But like one of it's like, have you guys talked about finances and all of that stuff? And one of the Love is Blind guys is like a big shoe collector.
Okay.
And he was saying, he's like, I like their shoe ranges anywhere like $800. He was saying like a pair of shoes, a shoe pair.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's insane. And so his fiance was saying, so like how many times do you buy a pair of shoe like a year, like let's say? And he's like, like I'll buy like 2 1 month and then I won't spend any of that next month. And I'm like, that's an expensive thing to do. But at the same time, she was saying how she spends money on certain things too. I forget exactly what it was, but like kind of equated to the same amount of funds and the same amount of money. And I was like, but she thought it was crazy pants, right? So it's like, you have to be like, okay, collectively, like maybe not 2 pairs, but maybe we agree to like 3 a year. Like, and then I would agree that, let's say my skincare or something like that, like that's important to me. So like, let's figure out like, it has to compromise all that stuff. Like you're an individual at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. Because it's easy to be like, wow, I would never spend like $800 on a pair of shoes. But then you like add up all of your online purchases from the month and it's $800 anyway.
Yeah,
like you just spent it in like smaller amounts.
Right.
You still spent the money.
Exactly.
But also I think boy math is just like, oh, like, you know, my girlfriend or my wife has this thing, so like I don't need to get it for myself. I'll just get something. I'll spend my money on other things and I'll just use her products.
That's
that
true.
might be from personal experience.
Be like, I know she's gonna get good shit, so why would I pay for something else?
Yeah. Why would I spend $15 on a moisturizer when I can just use my wipes?
Yeah. Exactly. You're like, I know that's good stuff, so I'm just gonna, now we're together on this.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, ultimately, I would say that like, okay, is girl math smart? Maybe not.
I feel like girl math is half vibe and half legit.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I think that like there are times when it does make sense. Like the whole, you know, I'm going to spend a couple extra dollars and get an additional piece of clothing in order to not spend that extra money on shipping. That is smart, okay? That is smart.
It is smart.
There are other times where I feel like it's more of an excuse to just spend money and maybe not very smart.
It can be both.
It can be both. And I think that, you know, ultimately it probably stems from like not having a lot of like personally, for me at least, not having a lot of like financial literacy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not taught, you know, the ins and outs of it, it's like you just kind of have to learn as you go, and that's girl math.
That is girl math. Okay. And tell us about your girl math or boy math or whatever math.
YOLO math.
Yeah, your YOLO math. Tell us what you justify spending money on and how it makes sense in your head. We want to know because everybody does it. Yes. There's not a single person on this planet. I have no proof for this, but there's not a single person on this planet that doesn't actually do these things to at some point like justify a weird expense and think that they're saving money.
Yes. I want to hear it all.
All right.
Do it.
We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.